आप देख रहे हैं पहला सौदा और बाजारों ने जो अच्छी शुरुआत दिखाई है ग्लोबल मार्केट्स के संकेत के चलते ही खासतौर पे अमेरिका में जो बेरोजगारी के आंकड़े सामने आए। उम्मीद की जा रही थी कि वहां पे 1 लाख नौकरियां कम होंगी, लेकिन उसकी जगह पे केवल 55,000 नौकरियां ही कम हुई। तो जितनी ज्यादा बेरोजगारी होने की आशंका थी उससे कहीं बेहतर ये आंकड़े नजर आए। हालांकि अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का रेट जो है वो फिर बढ़ा है, 9.6% पे पहुंच गया है। हमारे साथ रिस्क लिमिटेड के सीईओ शैनन बर्चेट मौजूद हैं। शैनन, गुड मॉर्निंग. How would you really look at these unemployment numbers? Should we assume that this is the third month where we have seen a consecutive improvement in unemployment data? Is the worst really behind us?
Well, I think, in a sense, it's good news since the market had, I think, really expected worse report on the employment numbers. But that's really about the best one you can say about it because, as you say, we've hovered around 10% now, but 2 months at 9.5, and now a small increase of 9.6. So it's some relief to the market, I think, that it's not worse than it is, but it still reflects an unfortunate situation in the U.S. jobs market because you have almost 50 million unemployed on that basis. And if you look at it on the broader level of unemployment with the underemployed and so on, it's approaching 17%. So in that sense, it's not good, but at least it's not as bad as the market had expected. In fact, had priced in, as we see that in I think in the market numbers after the announcement. So.
Shannon, but we've been hearing very mixed reports, or we've been reading rather mixed reports. On one hand, President Obama has gone out and said that the policies to get the economy back on track have stopped bleeding, but there's not much that he can do to help the housing sector. How are you really reading all these statements, and are you expecting a big push coming from the government very soon to help the economy remain stable?
Well, I think the current administration is going to do everything they can before the general elections, which are now, of course, only 60 days away, and there's already some talk about tax relief for business and payroll holidays and the like. But I think and of course the unemployment number in a way is a lagging indicator. But I think it does show that the so-called summer of recovery hasn't happened. So the expectation is we'll have one more unemployment number reported before the general elections, which will be the September number. But expectations are that that's not going to be much better. And so I think the short answer is yes, we're going to see a lot of effort toward government action by the administration. But I think the current economic situation pretty well seals the fate for the current Congress for this next round, because I think the expectations has to be that we're going to see a change of control of the Congress. Right. The bigger question may be what happens after that. Is there going to be an indication that the Republican Congress can work with the Democratic administration? And that's an unknown at this point. But I think, yes, there's going to be government action in the next 2 months, but I don't really see that having a major effect. The other key outcome of this in terms of the unemployment numbers is there's likely not going to be any significant action by the Federal Reserve in the next 30, 60 days. The minutes from their meetings indicate they're only prepared to take action if there are significant downturns. Right. And this number really indicates that things are really sort of stalled at the current levels.
Hold that thought, Shannon. There's some very important news coming in for Indian investors, and that's regarding 2 stocks. तो GTL Infra और साथ ही आरकॉम आपके लिए हाजिर करेंगे जहां पर खबरें आ रही हैं। GTL और रिलायंस इंफ्राटेल जो बात कर रहा था मर्जर को लेकर, वो फिलहाल उस बात का खंडन आया है। वैसे कोई प्लान्स नहीं, या फिर वो प्लान्स रद्द कर दिए गए। GTL इंफ्रा करेक्ट कर रहा है, 2 से 2.5% तक का नुकसान है स्टॉक में, और हेवी वॉल्यूम्स पर वो स्टॉक नीचे आ रहा है। दूसरी तरफ रिलायंस कम्युनिकेशन में हमने देखा है 2% की तेजी आई है इस खबर के बाद ही, और वो स्टॉक आपके सामने 166 पर कर रहा है कारोबार। तो ये फिलहाल खबरें आती हुई कि रिलायंस इंफ्राटेल और जीटीएल के बीच जो मर्जर को लेकर बात हो रही थी, अब फिलहाल वो बैक बर्नर पर है। वैसे कोई प्लान्स नहीं है। वो दोनों स्टॉक्स यहाँ पर आपके सामने।
ओके, तो उस पर बाजार फिलहाल रिएक्ट कर रहा है। लेकिन लौटते हैं वापस शैनन बर्चेट के पास। शैनन, एज यू सेड, देयर आर पॉलिटिकल अनसर्टेनिटीज, बट व्हाट